I'm Kurt Wuckert Jr. for CoinGeek, and this week we are live at the Hello Metanet Workshop number 7 from the OG Bitcoin Citadel B2029 in Berlin, Germany. Brendan, you've been on something of a world tour the last 2 weeks. London, Exeter, now Berlin. Is there a thread that binds these things? You're the Bitcoin script advocate or maybe just the main user, but what are you seeing at all these places on what you're working with?
What I'm seeing is tremendous excitement about the potential of S-Script. And actually what Xiaowei has created, I think, is an incredible resource for people who really want to get in and start using Bitcoin today. So in Exeter was these students, they're master's level students, so they've had a few years of playing with the tools and things like that, but they were able to readily pick it up, start using it, deploy contracts, make their own customizations, and that was actually really incredible to see that just in like 3 days time, they'd already got their heads around it, they were using it, they were creating, and yeah, that was really exciting to watch.
Where do you think people should start? If they're a decent developer and they want to do a thing, where do they kick off?
I mean, we're still at a point where there's a lot of, you got to put the pieces together. But a lot of the pieces are now rich enough that you can really start to do it. And for instance, the Bitcoin script stuff, like the promise of what you can do with Bitcoin script, that's been like this thing that's been talked about for years now. And now the tools with S-Script and with some of the other stuff we're doing are starting to like come advanced enough that like there really is the tools to do on-chain decentralized applications.
Should people start at something like S-Script? Like, why should somebody get all the way down, I guess, roughly to the metal on this concept?
I think it's valuable when you are creating scripts that might be deployed hundreds of thousands of times. And so you're always going to get an efficiency dividend from creating that script directly in Bitcoin script, because there are things that S-Script does that do kind of, cause what you might otherwise call bloat. However, it is a lot more difficult.
It's been a successful event. We're about halfway done with the 3-day workshop. A lot of good stuff. What are your thoughts on this whole thing?
Yeah, I'm very, very pleased, first of all, that so many people came. I like this time that we get more things done. There's more hacking going on, and it looks like some people have really done pretty neat things. So that's for me, it's working well. Yeah.
Well, and it's fun to see people working on stuff that really has been ignored for more than a decade in Bitcoin. Like we've been Bitcoin script workshop versus S-Script workshop, and debating the value of both things. And I wonder where these kind of conversations are having anywhere else on Earth. I don't think they are, but what do you think about that kind of deep R&D sort of stuff in general?
Yeah, I personally love it. I just like to talk about technology and the pros and cons of every approach. And I like that almost anything is being tried. So that's an evolutionary process to me. And then eventually the solutions that best fit the market demand will be more successful than the other ones.
Yeah, brilliant. It's incredible stuff, and the content's really good. How do you feel about Berlin, like this event? What did you accomplish? What were you here for? Just give me your feedback about the Metanet talk.
Yeah, well, I was in London and then I bumped into Brendan and Xiaowei, and they both told me about this and I wasn't really aware. And then David Case said, "Oh, you should come." And they said, "Oh, we learnt so much at the last one." So I thought, the opportunity to hang around those guys and just pick their brains and hear the other discussions that are happening. It helps me to understand what content we need to create, educational content for, where people are experiencing the pain points. I came here just to learn and to soak up from the best.
For sure.
I haven't managed to successfully deploy my smart contract, but I've been doing a few other bits and pieces at the same time. But I think I'm definitely equipped to go home and try that myself.
What do you think is going to be your biggest takeaway from this 3-day event?
Just there's a lot of fun stuff to work on, and prioritizing what comes next is, I mean, that's with the conference last week too. It's all of it is just like, all right, there's a lot of really cool tying these pieces together that we've got now.
It's day 3. We've seen multiple presentations, lots of interesting stuff, and there's people working on projects. Vincent, what are you working on?
I'm doing something very simple. I'm simply taking fruit price information, which is my business, and placing it on chain. The idea is to bridge a very traditional business into a very fast-moving industry.
What do you think of the space? What do you think of what they're doing here? The whole B2029 vision?
It's been a good journey, and they're bringing together, in my opinion, lots of people. And there's been actually a few businesses that came out of B2029. It's an excellent event.
And we're done. It's day 3. We have wrapped up the Metanet Workshop number 7 here in Berlin. We've seen some new projects come out of the workshop, new friends, new stuff to work on, and we've had a really good time. So for CoinGeek.com, I'm Kurt Wuckert Jr. Looking forward to going home. See you soon.